Who do we see so far? Can you see?
I, too many people. They're all creeping around.
Oh, don't
I
you
see.
worry. A
I
bunch of
see. I see a
bunch of
Lisa.
perverts.
Yeah, I know. A
No.
Sarah. A Nick. There's so many.
Oh my goodness gracious. This is Lisa. Oh my god.
Go away! I feel.
No, I know. So we don't got nobody besides me and Steffi. Jack is not here and Cynthia is not here, so we're gonna watch this place burn. Okay?
Yes, it's gonna be sexy.
It's gonna be basically.
Exactly. Oh goodness.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I think we've got
Off to a great start.
yes. Okay. So, are you ready? You wish to start?
Well, of course they're already invading. Let's go.
I know. You know what? Hold up. Let me share this shit. Or yeah. Okay. So, Steph, thank you so much for joining us.
Well, thank you for having me.
I am so excited because, like, when I first joined this space, you greeted me with open arms, and I'm sure all these people that are listening in, you know what I mean? And it means a lot to see somebody I look up to agree to doing this interview, and of course, my friend.
Yes, I'm letting you finish. I'm trying not to interrupt every 5 seconds. you know.
You could talk. It's your turn.
Well, of course, and I'm really honored to be on the show.
Cheers.
Yes.
Any more?
Are you gonna ask me questions?
Okay. So here we go. Okay.
What?
Are you ready?
Yes,
Born ready? Because I am not.
absolutely.
Okay.
That's never stopped us before. Let's go.
I know. So how about you tell us, the people, a little bit about yourself and how did you find VP in the community?
Well, what's there to say? I'm from Little Austria, but I left that like, yeah, I can't believe it, like 13 years ago now that I moved to the US and lived here ever since. Um, how did I find VP? I actually don't really remember. It was in 2018 that I started posting because I've always loved taking screenshots. That was, just your basic um, cutscene screenshots to keep as like memories of amazing moments that
Right.
happened. And I think it all started with Odyssey. That was the first game that I played, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, that had a photo mode. My sister told me about it actually. I was like, wow, so you can actually move the camera and, add contrast and whatnot. So that's how it all started for me. And I just started posting it. And the first people that found me, and I wish I could remember what they were called. Was it Vita Camp? No, I'm sure you remember them too, maybe. Oh God, I can't think of it now, but they were the first to really welcome me aboard. Virtual Cam. I don't know if they was around when you joined. They were at the
Mm.
very beginning. Them and there was something. The Urban Wednesday. That was one of the first ones too. Yeah, that's what was around when I started. Back in the olden ancient days.
It's 2018, you said, right?
Indeed, a century ago.
Oh, wow. Oh, by the way, Turret said, "Do you need any help?" I'm like, probably a lot.
Too late now.
But it's okay. So what we'll do is we'll keep it going here, okay? Um,
Yeah, I won't click
and
on anything. I'll just talk
you just
and listen.
okay. So the second question that we have here is, what other creative endeavors, hobbies do you dabble in?
Well, I like to draw, as I'm sure people have noticed,
Hmm.
and I'm also currently working on a book. I'm well over 200 pages in. I've always loved to write anything artistic. I like to, take my camera and go outside if it isn't like disgustingly hot and humid. Take some uh, photographs. I love drawing, writing. I'm making videos, but there's so much work that I only ever get around to them once in a while, you know.
Oh, that's amazing.
Thank you.
Oh, and I see Nick. Nick, you're coming with me. Where are you? Come over here.
Which Nick? Our
Nick.
Nick?
Yeah, our Nick.
Ah, but it
And
says
Nick,
he's a listener.
but he could be a guest. He could be a co-host. I just need somebody to manage the technical side for me. You know what I mean? Anyway,
Yeah, but you've done well so far. We managed. We're here.
though,
We're live.
what are your favorite bands by any chance?
I figured you would ask that. um, well, my two absolute favorite ones are In This Moment and Motionless in White. I've also recently really grown fond of a band called Ad Infinitum. If I pronounced that right, I was always bad at Latin. um, Mostly metal, as you know, but I also like Panic at the Disco, My Chemical Romance, of Monsters and Men, anything that strikes the mood. When I draw, I usually listen to something a bit softer than metal. Depends on what I'm drawing, of course. But
Of
yeah, so
course.
mostly metal, but all kinds of other stuff too. Really, I also like movie soundtracks. Game soundtracks have become amazing. So yeah,
Does listening to music like it give you inspiration to even do your tattoos, right?
indeed, you're correct. I almost forgot, even though they're all over me. Yes.
How many do you have so far? I love them.
Let me count. 7 total.
Do you want
Both
more?
my Of course. I'm running out of room eventually, you know, slowly running out of space, but my arms are covered. I have one on my back. My very first one I got on a school trip to England. That was my first sign of rebellion.
Oh,
And indeed, that hurt the absolute most because I wasn't prepared for it. And it was in the low of my back, you know, on my hip. It like hurt. Like, can I cuss or is it gonna be beeped out?
fuck yeah, you
Okay, fuck.
could.
God, oh, that hurts like a motherfucker.
Yes. So
Indeed.
you got it one there, you got one in your arms and your legs.
Not
You
my
gonna get
legs
it?
yet. No.
Nope. Oh, well,
Mm-mm.
there it is.
Yeah, Mike says he doesn't want me to have tats on my legs.
Ah,
It's
fuck right.
awful.
That's I'm talking about like
I'll work my way around it. There's not a room left. It's gotta be my legs next.
and
I
does
don't
the
think
like what
I don't think I'll ever go on the stomach. That must hurt like just crazy. Oh,
I want one in the chest, like in the middle of the chest.
owie,
I know it's gonna hurt, but I think it'll look cool.
owie.
So now we're gonna get to the peoples. You ready for that?
I am.
All right. So this is by the incredible Turid. How you doing? So
Who's
sweet.
somewhere in there? Yes.
Yes, she says, "What is your favorite game to shoot, and which fun mode do you like most?"
That's difficult. Hmm. I think my favorite game to shoot is probably The Witcher because it's my favorite game, period. And it's so beautiful. And it's a game I never get tired of. The in game photo mode is a little on the lackluster side. So I do use tools for that to give me a wider, camera movement and stuff. My favorite photo mode, however, is probably still controls because it's so simple that's what I love about it. You know, it's more about your surroundings, like the lighting and the weird shit that's going on, that you don't even need a whole lot of effects and whatnot. Although it does have really fantastic filters. I love those. But it doesn't even have contrast or anything, which is interesting, and it still looks amazing. That's why I just like that photo mode so much. In its simplicity, you can create endless possibilities, and you know how many control themes there are out there. So people really nail it with that. Um, there's so many good games. I love Horizon Zero Dawn and Forbidden West that I'm playing now because it's so
Right.
cool that you can change the time of the day and the poses are always fun, I think.
Can you use tools
Um,
on it?
On
or not yet?
Horizon? No, no. I only use those when there's like really limited camera options, which I suppose to an extent there is in Horizon, but it doesn't detract from it. Now I only use tools when I really have to, or a game doesn't even have a photo mode. Like Dragon Age Inquisition is another one that I really love. I'm surprised they didn't add one, but of course that came out in 2014. That's crazy long time
What?
ago. Yeah, I know.
Really?
Yeah, that's
That's like all the
wild, isn't
games,
it?
dude. Like, and I love them so much.
Which say
So, are
again?
you ready for the? Are you ready for Veilguard? Oh, Veilguard. I don't
What did you
words.
say?
I don't know. The next, the next Dragon Age.
Oh yeah, that comes out sometime in fall. It better be on my birthday. Yeah,
Ooh, that's gonna be the
indeed.
most sick fucking birthday present you could give. Here, someone might gives it to you. You know. That and okay, I wanted to get back with Cyberpunk, right?
Oh
Was it
yeah, Cyberpunk.
super hard to figure out with its tools?
Well, the modding was sick and crazy, but Rosa taught me how to do it. She was incredibly patient. Amazing, because I felt like a 5-year old. So what do I click now? And now it crashed. Yeah,
Oh,
it's like
right.
really.
So you have to really work with that tool so it could
Yeah,
everything could
and
be
there's
smooth,
so
right?
much to it. There's like one mod that you need to even put the other mods in, and you have to always make sure they're updated. Anytime the game updates, you have to do all the mods over again. It's crazy, like a lot of work.
Do you gain more pleasure of doing like the narrative stuff rather than just taking pictures just the way it is, like, a landscape? Or do you
No,
mind either or?
no. Cyberpunk was really, really specific with the mods because with that you could really create your own stories. That was almost like a whole different animal than just VP because there's so much more to it than taking pictures. You have to put them certain positions and make them turn a certain way. I mean, it was minuscule work of moving their eyes to look at the camera and stuff. That's why actually I haven't done it in a long time because it is so much work. I find just regular VP much more relaxing, but it's definitely helped me too to find more cinematic settings and whatnot. So it definitely helped to an extent to look
Well,
at the
I
regular
remember when you
photo mods.
first did it, and then whenever you are became so good at it. So that's impressive.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, like I'm always impressed by things that you try and do, whether you feel like you've done it before or not. Like with the
Oh
whole
yeah, you gotta
writing,
branch
your
out.
yeah, just it's impressive. But
Thank you.
yes, lift you up, okay? So the next one by Mr. is, do you enjoy gaming without taking shots? Do you think about BP when playing these?
um well, see, I actually try to. I have sometimes whole game sessions where I don't take a single picture. There are other times where I do nothing but take pictures. Sometimes, or a bit of both. If there are games that don't have a photo mode, I do miss it, and I think in this day and age, given how big VP has become, every game should definitely add, a photo mode because it adds so much to it. Um, Fortunately, with the PC, you can most often use tools to take pictures with, and of course, the Nvidia's Ansel, however you say that, that works wonders too. I'm not sure I'm answering the question correctly. Does it
Girl,
make
you could
sense?
just talk. I think we all like your voice.
Yeah. Anyway, I hope that kind of answers it.
I'm sure it does, and if not, don't worry, Turd.
They
Leave a comment in the comments and I'll get back to you.
Yes, and you can tell me what the fuck kind of an answer was this.
It's okay. This ain't even that serious. So, oh, okay. So she did ask you,
Now comes the food question, right? Yay!
schnitzel or no?
Schnitzel time.
Actually, yeah, schnitzel or like steak, American steak.
What are you asking me?
Do you like schnitzel or just regular
Well,
steak?
both, of course.
No, you have to
Duh.
choose.
No.
So she asked, do you miss anything from Europe in the USA or a store or special food, etc.?
Well, yes, there is no Leberkäse, and that is a crime.
Fact.
Leberkäse is this big loaf of greasy, juicy meat, and I can't believe America doesn't have this. It's preposterous. But yeah, so there's no Leberkäse, there's no Käsekreine. That's a sausage that's stuffed with cheese. I mean, you would think America, the land of heart attack, but no, no, there is no sausage stuffed with cheese. It's awful.
See, where we live has a lot of that, I will say.
Really?
Yes.
I must move to Texas.
You have to try Texas barbecue. I think everybody here
I'm
has to.
sure.
Unless you're
Yes.
vegan, then I'm sorry.
Then you're missing out. Anyway, but yeah, I have found this really nice restaurant called the Bavarian Chef. It's expensive as hell, unfortunately, but it does have beer, so at least I have my German beer once in a while. But except for the food, well, and the climate was a lot milder in Austria than here in Virginia, where it's like, of course, you have it even worse in Texas with what, 120 probably.
Yeah, it's a bit swamp
Yeah.
ass, but
Yes, indeed. Indeed, it is a jungle. So the
so
food and the
you're not used to
temperatures.
the snow and things like that, right? You're like used to all that stuff.
Excuse me, I grew up with snow.
Right. Mountains shit. Sorry.
Also wirklich, Bianca.
Sorry, I
Schnee.
I am ignorant.
Do you have snow in Texas? I actually don't know that.
About 4 years ago,
Oh yeah, didn't
um,
you? No, wait.
fucking
You had your
lost
power.
power. Yeah, for
Yes,
like
your power
3 days.
outage wasn't it in summer for you?
Sorry, it's because Lisa messaged me swamp ass. Yes, Lisa.
What is
Uh,
Lisa texting you?
she's
That's
texting me. She's being bad. It's her fault.
the little trollop. Yeah, yeah.
So 4 years ago, it no, it happened during February. The snow
Oh
thing.
really?
Yes.
Yeah, remember we had it too, that horrible 4-day power outage here during winter.
Was
Oh,
it then or recently?
no, remember it was like, I think, a couple years ago? Because you said you totally understand. You were still on the network, and thankfully, because of you, you could tell them that I had no internet. Remember? We
Oh
were
yeah,
without power
you're
for
right.
like 4 whole days. That was awful. God.
You could live in. You can hunt for your food and you watch the
Nothing.
creek.
I really don't hear you good. I don't know if it's your phone.
Oh man. What I'll do is I'm gonna turn off the mic and let's just see if that works better. Okay.
Yep. I hope nothing explodes.
Oh, probably will. Okay, can you hear me?
Say something else.
Say something else.
No, now I hear myself.
Oh fuck. Well, here. It's okay. Hold up. Oh my goodness gracious. What am I gonna do with myself? Actually, I'm just gonna keep it to the mic and I'll just be as loud as I can, okay?
No, but I hear myself.
Well, I'm gonna change that. Hold up.
Are you still there?
Oh, hold up. Uh, love it.
Are you back?
No. Hold up.
Yes.
1 second. 3 seconds. Okay. Hopefully, can you hear me a little bit better?
Yes.
You
And
can?
most importantly, I don't hear myself, so that's wonderful.
Okay.
So,
So the
okay.
the next question we have for this is by Mullen, and she asked, "How much time during a week do you spend on VP and social media, VGP Network, PhotoMode Mondays? Do you feel like the community work takes up your time when playing or capturing your own VP?"
So many questions in one. But it's a really good question because actually it does eat up a lot of time. I had to really sit down with myself and figure out how to juggle it best. I used to do something called my Twitter rounds every day, where I would alphabetically go through Twitter and just as many people as I could, check on, like their pictures and stuff, just because, there's so much good work and I wanted to make sure everyone got a like and is loved and all that good stuff. But I had to kind of tone that down to like 3 days a week instead of, 5 days a week. So I wouldn't, because it does eat up a lot of time. On Monday, with Photo Mode Monday, I do nothing but concentrate on Photo Mode Monday that way, because it's like easily, I think, 200 entries. So I get up in the morning and I start early. Then Twitter asks me to confirm that I'm a human being, of course. Then I have to do it over again. But yeah, Monday I concentrate on Monday. Otherwise, the rest of the week I try to alternate between doing my Twitter rounds and taking a little bit of a break. Um, with VGP Network, that's actually not as much work as you'd think, and with the good team that we have, it helps a lot. People, helping out, taking shifts. There are days where I don't even have to take a shift myself, fortunately. Other times, when people are, sick or they don't have time, we balance it out. That there's always someone available, fortunately. It's never crazy much, so it's doable. Um, how much time do I spend on VP? Again, that kind of depends how I feel. I only ever get to play in the evenings, like around 6 I start usually. And that just totally depends if I feel like snapping away or just playing and not taking pictures, that whatever the mood strikes. So how much time does it all eat up? Quite a bit. I do admit I have to find a balance and sometimes force myself to take a break from it a little bit. But and I do love what I do. I do love looking at people's pictures, interacting with everyone. I do like the network and all that stuff. So it's a labor of love, but it is definitely labor too. But so I'm trying to keep it balanced so I don't, get totally worn out. It happens more often than I would like, but yeah.
Right. And that actually leads to Steffi asking that you are a community pioneer and beloved by all. And she was saying also that your work and your support has been inspiring and motivational throughout the years. And how do you remain inspired and how do you avoid that burnout that you mentioned? And to add to that, I know it's a loaded question, but what is your balance and have you found it? I guess is that what you just said, right, with the
Pretty
scheduling?
much, yeah. Sometimes I let it get to me too much. You know how it is. You feel like, yeah, sure, I have another mile in me, so to speak. I'm gonna check on everyone today anyway. Other times I force myself that I don't, and instead recharge. I try my best to reply to messages as much as I can. Um, as for how to stay inspired, that's actually easy because you guys all inspire me all the time. That's what's so beautiful. That's why I do like taking my Twitter tours, as I call them, and browsing through all your amazing captures, because that always gives me a boost of, oh, wow, I wonder how so and so did this one. Oh, I haven't played this game in so long. Maybe I should go back for some pictures. So that definitely helps not ever run out of ideas and staying inspired. With the burnout, it's back to what I said before. It sometimes creeps up on me, but I try to work on it to, stay level headed about it.
I
And
feel like the time that I've known you, you've gotten really good at it, by the way.
thank you. I try, but I mean, I hope no one can hear it because I sound a little stuffy. I actually caught a cold because last week because I didn't take care of myself and I plowed through too much. And it's not just that because of course, outside life adds to it too. And then sometimes it's definitely tricky to stay away because I do enjoy doing it, but sometimes I don't know my own limits. It kind of creeps up from time to time. But I do dare say I've gotten better, I hope. So thank you.
Awesome. That's really helpful because I sometimes struggle. I'm like, all right, I gotta know where my balance is because I
Yeah,
don't want to ever hate this shit either. I want to
exactly. Yeah.
continue to love it. So I get it. So
The next question is by Lisa, and she asked, I've always felt people should be open and post their achievements in the community, from a simple retweet to a follow from their favorite studio or dev. Not only does it make the person in question feel great about their pictures, but also encourages others to push for that achievement too. What was your biggest accomplishment in your time in VP?
Oh, that's definitely still my um control contest win. That beautiful picture that they
That
framed.
was fucking cool.
Indeed, that was amazing. I can't believe that was, God, wasn't that also 4 years ago? It's crazy how time goes by. But yeah, I'll never forget that to win first place. It was amazing. I never forget I was just preparing lunch and I signed in and I saw this message from control. Oh, by the way, you're first prize winner. Like, what? So that was amazing. I'll never forget that. I also won this little, also kind of like a framed picture of Beyond Blue. That was amazing. And
Oh wow, yeah, that game. I remember that.
just it's not as big as Control, but it's still a fun game where you dive a lot and all those awesome underwater creatures. And that's why I won another little contest. I'm always happy over anything. Something else that's like floors me is that the composer for Baldur's Gate followed me. I was totally shocked when I found that out.
Oh, that is fucking sick.
Right? I was like, wow, okay, that's wild. And at one time he retweeted my set, and that's the first time I got like 500 likes. That was like crazy too.
Oh, that is amazing. And I'm
Indeed.
glad you shared that with us because everybody wants to have that nice validation from
Right?
folks,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Fuck yeah. So, the next question, how did you create Photo Mode Mondays? What is your plans for the future? And not a question, but I'm so glad to finally hear you.
Well, strictly speaking, I didn't create PhotoMode Monday. That was Rich, PhotoMode Addict. And he was one of the people too that were around when I first started. So I believe PhotoMode Monday, wow, yeah, that was in existence since 2018. And I took over for him because of his illness. He took a long, long break, and he's back now, I do believe. But I kind of just inherited it for him because I always promised I would take care of it. And it's crazy how much it's grown since, and it's still going strong. So yeah, I didn't, strictly speaking, make it, but in a way, I suppose, and through his blessings too, made it my own.
And I think that's really sweet to actually and loyal for you to do that for him all these years because that's not easy. But I bet you get so many like photos during that time, right? During
Yeah,
Mondays.
200 easily.
200?
Yeah, because I remember back when we had moments. I It started out with one, and one moment held like 100 pictures. I think 100 tweets, and so pretty soon I had to make two moments. So that's 200 right there. So it's a lot, but it's awesome. I'm always totally blown away how many people join it each week. It's amazing.
What an honor. Jesus.
I don't think Jesus has joined yet, but maybe one day.
Jesus, not Jesus. Get it right.
Sorry, I had to quit.
What is one thing you wish you knew when you first started taking photos?
Oh yeah, and I forgot what are my plans for the future. I'm so sorry.
Oh yeah, go for it.
That was another one. Well, I'm not sure if it's like plans for my future or for the Mode Monday's future.
Maybe let's just do both.
Okay. Well, for the Mode Monday isn't gonna go anywhere. I just love that too much, so that's gonna keep going indefinitely until Twitter blows up. And for my own future, well, I'm definitely, like I said, trying really hard to improve my art. Maybe one day make some money off it. Definitely keep working on my book because that's a lot of fun. A lot of work, but definitely a lot of fun. And I'm hoping that that will take off. And then soon I will be a famous author and we will listen back to this. Yeah. So that's that.
Oh, and I'm gonna buy the book, I promise.
Please do. You get
I
it
want to.
signed. Yes.
I don't think that's
easy at all, and for you to just finish something like that is incredible and well disciplined of you. So
Thank
when
you.
you get there, okay, and I know you will.
Good.
Let's see.
Thank you. Oh, and then what was the next question?
uh, what is one thing you wish you knew when you
Ah,
first started taking photos?
that's a really tricky one because I actually don't know. I just started shooting away. Really, I just I'm not what I wish I knew. I don't know. People were so supportive from the get go. Helping out with hashtags and themes. There's so many cool people doing tutorials on photo modes and techniques. So I'm not sure. I mean, I always learn something new from you guys, but still, in general, I try to keep it lighthearted because VP is more like something to relax for me than to try and learn a lot. You know what I'm saying?
You're just free with it. It's
Exactly.
and then if you get good, you get good, right? Sort
Right.
of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I'm sure if I compare my first picture that I ever took to like a more recent one now, I would be amazed. I'm sure everyone doing that would go, wow, I've improved a lot just by doing it so much.
It is amazing to look back even a couple, like even 2 years. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, I know. Absolutely. I know. Some pictures, wait, but even today, because, I'm sure we all take more pictures than we ever post. Sometimes I'm like, what the fuck was I thinking? Did I hit that by accident? But yeah.
Right. Okay. Is there any games you played this year that has became your favorite, and where are they?
I'm having such a hard time keeping track of the time. Like, it's crazy that it's almost August, so I'm trying to remember what games came out this year. Wasn't it Avatar? No, that was last year, wasn't it? You played a lot.
I
Do
think
you
it's
remember?
this year. Yeah, I haven't took that long. I hope not.
But that's definitely one that stuck with me was Avatar from Tears of Pandora because that is so beautiful. I mean, I could just walk through that place forever. It's gorgeous. That's definitely a keeper. Um, there's so many games, and I can't remember if they came out this year. I know Flintlock is my latest one that I love. That's amazing. Really addicting combat, and I actually really love the photo mode. That has such nice range. It has excellent depth of field. Doesn't have a lot of filters, but it really doesn't need it because the game's so pretty. Those are the two that come to mind. I don't dare click on Steam because I might end our connection again or something to look. But those two come to mind. Let me think. I'm sure I'm missing something, and once we're done with the interview, I'll be like, "Damn."
Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, I think that's about. I'm
But
looking at my phone. Maybe I can see some pictures there. Um.
there's just so many
Oh
games
yes,
that came
and
out this
also,
year, huh? What else?
right.
What else?
Dragon's Dogma 2 was fantastic. I had a lot of fun with it. You asked me before we even did our
Right. I
interview.
wanted to ask you, like, what was like? Do you like Dragon's Dogma or Baldur's Gate? But you said it was actually quite different, right?
They are totally different games. They're both amazing, but they're wildly different in gameplay, story, narrative, um, combat. At least Dragon's Dogma does have a photo mode. For Baldur's Gate, I do have to use tools. So those, yeah. I thought Baldur's Gate was last year. I think.
Was it?
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
I guess
Yeah.
I am falling behind like a lot.
Oh, me too. That's why I said, there's so many games coming out all the time. It's hard to even keep up. I'm trying, especially if you play as slow as I do. I know Lisa will laugh because she always teases me that I'm a little snail because I play so slow.
Yeah,
I
you tell
do.
her, Lisa.
Yeah. At least I finish my games.
You
She
tell
always
her.
plays only Days Gone run playthrough 510. Yeah. Anyway,
She's the queen. Anyway, I figured out a way to actually get to the comments here. So if you have any comments, like right now, you could start putting it, well, where the live chat is, right? Because I could see it now because I didn't fuck anything up, hopefully.
I don't dare click on it.
That I know.
You
So
know.
this is by Cyber Tribal, our homie. He said, "How much of your work do you plan ahead of time versus what you just take in the moment when something looks cool?"
Hmm. Actually, unless it's cyberpunk, where you set everything up ahead of time, I just take pictures as I go. Or do you mean when how I make my tweets and stuff?
Let me see if I could. Okay, how much work do you? Yeah, like so. Do you plan your shots, or are you just free with it, basically?
Uh, or I just roll with it. Yeah. I
Yeah, I'm
mean,
the same.
when there's a good moment, I pause and then I tilt and move around and see if I can get different angles and whatnot. But in general, I don't. Well, actually, sometimes I plan shots like when I get keys from for games, and I try to take pictures for them because they was nice enough to give me the game for free. Then I do plan to go in and take pictures. But even there, it's very spontaneous once I'm in the game, what I'm taking pictures of and such.
Right. You get,
So again, that was
you
all
get
jittery.
keys.
What do I get?
Keys. You get keys.
What?
Oh no, it's okay. Don't even worry about it. Can you hear me? Okay, though.
I do. All I heard
Okay.
was cheese.
No, keys as in Keys.
Keys! Ah, Schlüssel.
Um,
Yeah, keys.
this. Yeah.
Well, occasionally, there's a lot of games that a lot of people have gotten keys to from that Dragonis company, I think they're called. They
Oh
do
yeah.
those really cool horror games.
Right.
Yeah, I'm just such a chicken. That's definitely a game I just go and take some pictures, and then I bail out again. you know,
I've done it before. I've played fucking any type of horror game with the lights on
yeah,
because I'm a scaredy
me too.
cat.
Yep,
Oh man. Let's see if there's any more questions for you, okay? Okay, this
yep,
is
yep.
from Keller from in the comments, okay? Keller88.
Ah, cool. Okay,
Since I never missed the photo mode Monday since I participated, I think. How did you get the idea for the theme? Oh, I guess
I've
again
already
that's
answered
Richard.
this.
Yes, Keller. I don't know if you heard, but if she took over for a friend,
Yes.
and this is by Megaforce. Question: favorite to least game genre to VP?
Favorite to least favorite game genre and VP. My favorite genre is definitely RPGs, fantasy, followed closely by sci-fi, adventure games like Horizon. I'm trying to branch out sometimes to like strategy games, but I'm just horrible with strategic thinking. I just like to charge and attack, you know. So sitting there and thinking ahead is like, yeah, no, I'm just gonna attack full force. But it is fun. I mean, I also like to unwind with some building games, Planet Zoo, where I just make cute little exhibits for critters. So, but VP wise, well, that all kind of goes together with the same, genres that I like to play, is the same ones that I like to take pictures in, of course. Are you still there?
Yes. Do you hear me?
Yes,
Okay.
indeed.
Keys.
Keys, cheese.
Not VP related. Anyway, favorite Ghibli movie, actually top 5 Studio Ghibli movies. Hee hee hee. This is by Sarah.
Okay, but my favorite one, as I'm sure you've all noticed, is Princess Mononoke.
I love that.
Indeed, I also love Spirited Away and Kiki's Delivery Service. Um, Now I'm having a brain fart.
I have plenty of those. Don't worry.
Having a brain key cheese.
Yes.
Wait. You know how it is when you think about something?
Pongo. Joking. I don't know.
What?
I said Pongo.
I've actually never seen Pongo,
Me
funnily enough.
neither. We gotta watch it
No,
together then.
true. Um, oh, Nausicaa. I love Nausicaa, Valley of the Wind. That's awesome.
What about Howl's Moving Castle?
Yes, House of Castles. Thank you so much.
That's actually one of
You,
my
you
favorites.
saved me. Yes, mine too. I love. They're also good. There hasn't been a single one that I've watched and haven't enjoyed. Really, I still have to see the newest one, The Boy and the Heron. I haven't
Oh
seen
my
that yet.
gosh, it is gorgeous. It's beautiful and it's a bit trippy, I think. It's like you're
Okay,
in a
cool.
dream, which I guess that's all of their his movies, right?
Yeah, it's true.
But
True.
that one in particular was a bit confusing to me because maybe because I'm dumb, but like
Oh,
no,
aw.
no,
At
no,
least you
like
understand English.
well, I actually watched that thing in Japanese, but it was really nice even then.
Oh wow, cool.
Um,
Yeah, I still have to see that one. There's a few that I haven't seen. I've just of course Totoro. That's a cute one.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
actually, you're gonna crucify me. I have not watched that one.
You have it's a feel good
He's the
movie.
big
It's
blue guy,
just
right?
cute. Yes. Well, he's
Yeah, I need
kind
to
of
watch
gray, but
it. Yes. Oh, we got more comments, I think. Let me check it.
I
Now
think
there's a bunch of people talking shit, especially our friends. I'm
I'm
joking.
sure. Yeah. Look at them all those weasels there.
I know, bunch of them.
So, yeah.
Okay, now, so let me go ahead and pull the list real quick. Okay, let's see. Where did we leave off? Where did I leave off? Because I don't fucking know. Okay,
I know I should have
and
taken a screenshot of it too. I didn't even think about that.
it's okay. It's okay. I'm by myself. Things happen. Okay, let's see. Okay, what is your VP process like? Would you rather take? Oh no, no, I think we kind of already talked about it. Uh, let's go to another one. We're gonna go with Aaron. Okay.
hmm
He asked, "How long has PhotoMode Mondays been running? How do you find the time to respond to everybody?" Which is a very good question. And do you find the time difference a bit challenging?
Well, see, Follow Monday was going when I joined Twitter, so 2018, probably prior to that, I took over. I do believe, God, I think 2019. Yeah, so rather quickly actually. So it's been going for a solid few years for sure. And how do I find the time to answer everyone? Um, for just Photo Mode Monday, or
I guess we'll start with that first, but I want to ask for the rest, I guess.
well, I start for Monday. I start earlier, so I can catch up because I'm 6 hours and 5 hours behind for European people and stuff like that. So I try to catch up with those. I take some breaks. Of course, then Twitter forces me to verify that I'm a human being halfway through. That's
Isn't that
always fun.
fucking stupid?
It's
Like,
so stupid. In the middle of it, I'm typing a comment. Verify that you're a human being. Okay.
no, it's so like
Right.
unfair half the time.
And anyway, so I do, I try to catch up. Then I like take breaks, read some, have lunch. Then I go back, catch up on the next few entries. It's yeah, that's why on Monday I strictly do nothing but a photo mode Monday because it's plenty, And the time differences, they're actually not too bad. Like I said, people will start usually posting around 6 o'clock my time because that's midnight in Germany and Austria and stuff like that. So and I always check on Tuesday afternoon if they have any more trickled in from other time zones, but it's manageable. I mean, that's the beauty of the online world. You can always just catch up on it. I mean, it's not like they're going anywhere.
It's gonna stay there.
What?
It's just gonna stay there for you.
It's just gonna be there. It's not running away.
Or is it? You don't know.
True, and sometimes Twitter hides stuff from me too. Stupid stuff.
Oh, I
Often,
know.
yeah, it's stupid. Like I'll not even get notified. I'll find the picture later. It's like, okay, crazy. Anyway, was there another one?
I'm grinning from ear to ear because that was a good one. And by the way, I just realized that you have all the sexy German people
Sexy.
listening in.
Sexy, yeah, so sexy.
All the German ladies in the listening
That
live.
sounds like a Beyonce song. All the German ladies.
Becky asked
Yeah,
a question. You ready?
I
She
am.
says, "What's your fave or most used English swear word and your fave Austrian German one?"
Hmm. Swear word. I swear so much when I play. It's gonna be pretty explicit. I hope that's okay.
Of course.
Yeah, I mean, she asked a lot of times, which is really kind of idiotic. I often curse, suck my dick, even though it's not like I have one, but it just, I mean, if you're pissed off, it
Yeah,
just,
yeah, explains lovely.
um, what? Otherwise, really typical fuck, damn, shit. The good old, just that you can just blurt out. And in German, ach du blöde Sau, du dumme Kuh, when I'm pissed off when my character doesn't get up fast enough, stuff like that in games.
So
um,
aggressive. I love it.
du dummes Arschloch. Sta- it's always a good indicator that I'm really pissed off when I switch off into German. That's when Mike knows, oh God, it's starting.
That's perfect. Okay, Nick asked a question. He says, ask Steffi her opinion on Black Flag Assassin's Creed.
That's specific. My opinion on Black Flag Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, there's a reason why. I fucking hate that game.
You hate it, really?
Yes, I do.
It's actually one of the few that I finished. It was different, but I did like the setting. The setting was really amazing. The storms and do you
The beaches.
do you drive a boat? Do you know? Do you sail? You sail a boat.
I
That-
almost didn't know how to respond to that because I forgot the word.
it's all just keys with us.
Yeah,
Um, I did like it. It's not a game that I would replay necessarily, I don't think, but it had its moments. It was definitely cool.
I agree heavily about that. You have another question. I think her name is Metabu. I probably said that wrong. I deeply apologize. From all the games you've played or not yet got to, is there a world or place you would love to visit, real or not? For example, Hogwarts. She says,
Oh,
LOL,
yeah.
I feel it's one of the popular
That's for sure. I mean, Hogwarts is like a second home anyway, from the movies to the books.
ones.
But of course, I'm such a sucker for The Witcher. That would
Of
definitely be,
course.
indeed, I would be riding around with Geralt in Ciri and slaying monsters and drinking some ale.
So,
That would be amazing.
and getting
Ale.
powers from it.
Huh?
And getting powers from it.
Indeed, yes.
You know what I would have hoped is, or maybe I haven't seen like an Easter egg with Witcher on Cyberpunk,
I
at
know,
least
me
for me.
neither. I've heard in the guidebook, if you play as Corpo, one of the drawers will have a picture of Siri in it, I think, but I could be wrong.
I would have
Some
loved if she was like a character because
I
she
know, me
jumped through worlds.
too.
You know what I
I
mean? They
know
could
I
have
was
just put that.
disappointed. I know they really could have. I was actually disappointed that they didn't. They had so many options. I mean, you have the occasional sticker of Roach,
Right.
I think, and isn't there that little arcade game where and the Witcher music plays in
Oh
the background?
yes.
Yeah,
And you
yeah.
know what? In the DLC, okay, I remember something. In the DLC, I think you're trying to find um that that agent, I forget his name, right now.
Songbird?
No, the other guy.
I'm sorry. I haven't even played the DLC yet.
Okay, well anyway, you're gonna get towards this old pickup phone, right?
Okay.
And if you put a certain code or number, it'll have the music in the background, like the
Oh,
Witcher music.
really?
Yeah,
That's
yeah, it's really
cool.
cool.
Well, sometimes, the dudes that on the street play the instruments, some of them play the Witcher music too, I think.
Oh, it's sick. Then I'm gonna have to look it up because I have to see that. Now, before we get to this last question, okay, I'm
hmm
gonna open the the doors to the audience if they want to come and talk to you. There's a bunch of people. I
Oh
know who would
God.
love to talk to you. So I'm ready. We'll keep it. We'll give it a couple of seconds, okay? Not
Okay.
seconds, a minute. So how do you feel so far?
Good. It's been fun. I'm glad we got it working.
I know this would
you
happen,
know,
but it's actually kind of comedic.
true. It added character to it, right? I mean,
It did.
a comic relief. Indeed, indeed. You're a wonderful host. I'm
I'll
not
try.
sure
I'll
why
try.
I was nervous for absolutely nothing. But that's usually the case, right? I mean,
But it's. I think it's always a little scary because I think, at least for me, to you, and to every audience, I want
yeah.
I want it to everybody to have a good, perfect time. But perfect isn't real. And I see Turret here. Hello, Miss Turret.
Hello, you two. Hi, hi.
Hallo!
Hello.
Hallo,
Ooh.
Steffi, wie geht's dir?
Mir geht's gut, Türe, danke. Wie geht's dir?
Ja, auch gut, vielen Dank. Just when you said, also wirklich, Bianca, I just lost it.
I still do that. That's something I actually always do. I speak in German to my cats too. So,
And
and
then you
now
say, also wirklich.
I'm sure they say also wirklich.
Oh, that's perfect. No, it's actually a fun, silly fun question I have since you were saying what your favorite swear words in German and English. How do you exist in a country with a language that doesn't have a word for doch?
Was?
What?
What?
Sorry, I don't mean to. What is that?
You
Uh,
have
l- doch,
doch,
D-O-C-H.
das stimmt, ja.
Yeah,
Oh Gott, schau, da habe ich noch gar nicht nachgedacht. Doch, that's a really good question. I know.
because it's the
Sometimes
the ultimate German word.
this is
And
true.
how do
Sometimes my
English
husband
people?
asks, and I'm like, I don't know. I guess
Yeah,
I would the closest I could come to translating doch would be I have no idea. Now you have created a void.
yeah. You're welcome.
Keine Ahnung. Na, doch.
Is this
We
the
we
first time
should
y'all ladies spoke by any chance?
What?
we just need to come up with one so the English people can win arguments.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Also wirklich. Na,
Put it on the
tatsächlich
list.
doch.
All right, ladies, that was my question. Great interview. After
Danke,
you
danke.
handled those technical issues perfectly fine.
She did. She was amazing. She got
That was
through.
ass. That was ass. I don't know if you know.
Um, but something was bound to go wrong. It always does, right? I mean, that's
But the
just
conversation was everything I wanted. Really.
good.
Perfect. See you later, lady.
See
Tschüss.
ya. So I invited a couple people just in case. I don't know if they're scared or not, but
Me?
because they
I'm
haven't,
already talking to you. Why would he be scared?
well, I invited Becky and Killer.
What?
I don't know if they'll join, but anyway, we'll get to the last question, and if they join, they'll ask the questions, okay? Or anybody else wants to. But the last question I have for you is, what is your advice to the VP community, especially with the current climate now?
Um, I know there's a lot of different opinions about the climate. I'm just such an unicorn optimist all the time that to me, I still think that while different than was a few years ago, I think the climate is still welcoming for the most part. There's always people that are happy to help you, if you ask them something, if you need advice. So, my advice would be to just stay positive, to do it for the fun of it, to not take the algorithm too serious because that can so easily sap the fun out of things. It happens to all of us and it's totally natural. Even me, I sometimes get discouraged and I tell myself, you know what? That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to share my pictures, and some people enjoy them, others might not, but that's just, the art of any kind, even VP, is always going to be in the eye of the beholder. Some people like it, some people will not. Sometimes Twitter will swallow your posts, other times spontaneously you will get thousands, the next day you will get 10. But if you obsess about that, you quickly wear yourself out and rob yourself of the joy. To me, what's most fun is when people interact. Like our show right now, that is fantastic. That's where people come together. That's what's the beauty of the community. We all share the same hobby. We all love games, VP. There's so many awesome friendships that get formed in the community. So definitely concentrate on the positive things that are out there, and do take breaks. Feel free to take breaks. That is important. That's something I myself have to remind myself of often too. It is important to take a breather and sometimes just disconnect. Go read a book instead, or just play, or go for a walk. That's all. And just not to take it too serious. To have fun with it. To have close friends, not to obsess over numbers of any kind. There's lots of themes you can join, but you don't have to. You can just post your own pictures. So there's some for everyone, I think, no matter what the climate is. And I think in a big way, you make your own climate too. If you want to look for drama, you will definitely find it. But if
Right.
you want to see the positive, then you will find that too. It's totally up to you what you focus on. But I do think, for me personally, our community is still a safe place. I love hanging out here. It's good people, good stuff.
Wow. That is probably the best like advice that I heard. Every time I asked that, this was a really good one, and it made me smile so big because that was a
Thank
vibe.
you. Thank you, Steffi, for president.
Yes,
Vote for me.
Steffi.
Yes.
Oh, we love you. I love you so much, my friend. Thank
I
you
love
for
you guys
joining us.
too. Absolutely.
Okay. So everybody, y'all have a good weekend and take care.
That's it.
Okay.
Huh, fine.
Yes.
Yeah. Goodbye then.
Oh, do you have any more to say?
What?
Do
Keys?
you have any, do you have anything more to say, Steffi?
No, I think we can. I'm not sure I can top that answer. I should shut up. I'll